Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Krista, and I'm here to do some Celtic Reiki on you. Today I'm going to be doing a total chakra alignment with some Celtic Reiki symbols as well as some essential oils specifically chosen for each chakra and their purpose. So to begin, please get yourself comfortable and take a nice deep breath in through your nose, and then let it out slowly through your mouth. Feel free to sigh or make noise as you let the breath out, and just breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, a steady rhythm that feels comfortable for you. Generally speaking, if you breathe in through your nose for half the time you breathe out through your mouth, that's going to help your nervous system reset and relax. For instance, if you breathe in for 4, try to breathe out for 8. But just do whatever feels most comfortable for you that you're capable of right now. And as you get into a steady breathing rhythm that suits you, we're going to go ahead and start out by grounding you. This beautiful fossil, this beautiful grounding fossil that I just got. And I am just now forgetting what the name of it is, but I will look that up and put it in the description for this video. So we're just going to run this stone from your crown at the top of your head all the way down your body, all the way down to your feet. And we're going to place it between your feet for the duration of this healing session, so that it can keep you grounded into the earth throughout. We're just going to imagine that our bare feet are planted into the earth, into the soil, soaking up all of the wonderful grounding energy that the earth provides us, connecting to the complex root system that exists beneath the surface, and really connecting with Mother Nature so that she can help energize you, cleanse you, protect you, and help keep you rooted and grounded during this healing session. Continue taking nice healing breaths. And I'm going to go ahead and do a cleanse, quick cleanse with my amethyst wand, starting at the crown and working our way down, just cleansing out any negativity, toxicity, stagnation, anything that feels harmful, that feels like it's impeding your healing today. Maybe it's stuff you've picked up from other people at work or at home, on the street, on the news and TV. Or maybe these are your own thoughts that you're having, or your own issues you're having that are just making you feel blocked from receiving the goodness of this healing. We're just going to go ahead and cleanse that out of the system today, so that we can make room for this positive, energetic chakra alignment, Celtic Reiki healing that I'm going to be doing. Just brushing it down, moving down the body, cleansing and clearing. In the center of the body, the heart center and the abdomen, releasing any negativity that's holding us back. And then moving down the front line, into the hips and thighs and pelvis and the lower back, lower abdomen. moving any stuck energy, getting it flowing, and then removing any of that energy that isn't serving our higher purpose at this time, that doesn't belong to us. And then just moving that down and out through the legs, out through the bottom of the feet, and giving it to Mother Earth for her to heal and cleanse and transmute into energy that is helpful and positive and healing. And then we're going to go ahead and move this down your back line as well, under the table, moving this cleansing, healing energy up the body from root to crown. Up your back line and back around the top of your head and down. Okay. Now, today I'm going to go ahead and work from top to bottom. And we're going to get started with your root chakra. I'm going to be using this beautiful deep red crystal to symbolize the red that is associated with the root chakra. We're just going to place this down around where the bottom of your spine would be, your lap, in the root area. And this is about, the root chakra is about stability, grounding, and centering. So we're going to do that today with Celtic Reiki, as well as a special essential oil I have chosen for you. And then for the sacral, we'll be using this pretty peach moonstone. Sacral is associated with an orangish color. Peach fits in that family, and that I was just really called to use this stone for the sacral area, which is the lower abdomen, belly button area, is in charge of your sexual organs and the lower part of your body. And it's all about creativity, joy, and sensuality. And then moving up to the solar plexus chakra, which is at your diaphragm area and is associated with yellow goldish. This is a yellow goldish crystal that I have. It's kind of hard to get the exact color of it, but we're going to put that right at your diaphragm. Move that up just a little. Okay. And the solar plexus is about your confidence, your courage, your optimism, your self-esteem. When we work on healing here, it helps lift the spirit. And then next, we'll be using this beautiful green Kambaba jasper crystal for your heart chakra, which, as you might have guessed, is in the heart area. And these a little bit. Okay. We're going to lose sight of the next couple of crystals up here. I like to usually try to keep them on camera, but today I really want it to feel like it's in the spot that it would actually be on you if you were laying here, which part of will be out of sight, and that's okay. You're going to know that they're there. Anyway, we've got the heart chakra here, and this is going to be about unconditional love, compassion, and emotional healing today. And then for the throat, we've got this beautiful blue. And this is about clear thoughts, confident speech, self-expression. And as you might have guessed, the throat chakra is in the throat area, which is going to be right here, okay? You can't see the crystal, but it is there. And then next, we've got the third eye, the space between your eyebrows, this purple stone. This is going to be about mental clarity, intuition, spiritual awareness. We're going to place that right between the eyebrows. And last but not least, we have the crown chakra. I'll be using this clear crystal. And this is going to support openness to new experiences today with what I'm focusing on, okay? So, to begin, I'm going to put the chosen oils on each spot. This is cedarwood, and this is a very earthy, grounding, stabilizing, centering scent that is associated with the root. So we're just going to get a little on the fingers here, a little on the hands, and I'm going to let you smell this very deep, earthy scent like you are walking through a forest that just has these beautiful, earthy perfume scents. And we're going to place that on the stone that sits on the root chakra to help ground you and center you in this moment. And next, I'll be using the Ylang Ylang for the sacral. This is associated with the sacral chakra. It is about creativity, joy, sensuality. We're going to let this aromatherapy kind of guide these senses. I find Ylang Ylang to be one of my favorite scents. It's sweet, but in kind of like a deep, full-bodied way. It's not like the saccharine, sugary sweet that makes you get a headache. Very beautiful and full. We're just going to put that on the stone that we have on the sacral chakra to promote that joy, creativity, and sensuality. Then I have chosen grapefruit for the solar plexus because the solar plexus is like a bright goldeny yellow color. It's very bright and dynamic, and so it kind of, to me, is giving like orange or lemon or some sort of citrus. And grapefruit is very bright and energetic, and this is the energetic center of your body. So I wanted to give something that lifts the spirit, and this is a very kind of tangy, bright, fruity scent that just kind of energizes. So if we're lifting the spirit, if we're building confidence and courage, and if we're instilling optimism, I find the grapefruit to be really great for that. And we're going to go ahead and place that essence on this stone on the solar plexus. And if you have any of these scents at home, feel free to get them out and smell them yourself. Use them on yourself as I do this. So next, it probably comes as no surprise that the heart chakra is going to be rose essential oil, because rose corresponds with unconditional love, compassion, and emotional healing, which is what the heart is about. We're placing that on that stone. I also forgot to run that in front of you. Rose is just such a delicate, sweet, floral scent. It's one of my favorites. When I was a kid, I wasn't a big fan. I thought it smelled like old lady. But now that I am old lady, I love it. I will say, though, that not all rose scents are created equal. The really cheap, yucky ones smell bad, but if you get a good one, it's a totally different scent, and it's really beautiful and lovely. At least I think so. I'm big into florals. Rose and lavender are some of my favorites. Then next, for the throat, we have got peppermint. And this is going to be about clearing your thoughts, helping you with confident speech and self-expression. And I don't think anyone's going to need a description of what peppermint smells like. I don't really know how to describe it other than it smells like peppermint. that's all the description of the smell you're going to get from me. And we're just going to place that on the throat chakra to really open it up and help with that confident self-expression. And then a scent that maybe isn't quite as common, at least I don't think so, for the third eye, we're going to be using Clary Sage. This is not one of my favorite scents, but it might be some of yours. They say, and I've heard this many times, that essential oils, the smells that you dislike the most are the essences that you need the most. So I have to get better about using the ones that don't smell as pleasant to me. It's earth. It's not bad. It's earthy, but kind of like a bitter, tangy, earthy, not quite as sweet and perfumey as the cedarwood was. At least that's my take on it. If any of you out there are familiar with smelling Clary Sage and you have different thoughts, let me know. This particular one I have is not unpleasant. It's just not my favorite. We're going to place that on the third eye to help with mental clarity, intuition, spiritual awareness. And then for the crown chakra, last one will be Rosemary. And this is going to support openness to new experiences. Rosemary is very strong. It's very potent, very spicy, very full-bodied. And, you know, if you've ever smelled rosemary, that's what it smells like. Definitely not a weak scent. And it's another one of those scents that kind of, I feel like, is a bit more divisive. You know, some people really like it, some people don't. This is another one I struggle a bit with, so it probably means I need a lot more of it. We're just going to put that on the crown chakra stone down here, this one. Just putting that essence on there. So we have a really fun and unique and diverse array of scents today, running down the chakra line, down to the feet, into the earth. And now that we have put these essences and energies in, I'm going to go ahead and use this clear quartz, as well as my hands, to do the Celtic Reiki symbols in each one. So just like we did for the oils, I'm going to work bottom to top, root to crown here. And so because with the root and the cedarwood, we are focusing on stability, grounding, and centering, I felt that the Celtic Reiki symbol most apropos for that would be Duir, which is representative of the oak tree. Oak trees are very solid, stable, grounded. They represent protection and all of these attributes that I just mentioned that go with the root, the stability, grounding, and centering. That is what oak is best known for. The Duir symbol, Duir. And I will go ahead and get my little oak stave so you can see the symbol. And I'll put that next to the stone to kind of put in that essence of that tree here. Place the clear quartz pointing in, so we're pointing toward, putting the energy towards this oak stick that helps send it this direction into the root. I'm just gonna do Duir, Duir. Really find that sense of stability, grounding, and centering. I think in today's modern age, a lot of us really get up in our heads and up in the clouds, and we float away into a lot of energy that belongs kind of up above, and it's hard to stay grounded with everything that's going on, especially with how connected we all are through technology now. So personally, I find that grounding is necessary every day. Going outside every morning when I wake up, or every afternoon when I wake up, and planting my bare feet in the earth for at least a few minutes and taking some deep breaths is quite essential. Okay. Now moving up to the sacral. Today I have chosen Un, which is the Celtic Reiki symbol for the Gorse tree. And this includes many properties, but specifically it includes this idea of creativity, joy, and sensuality that we're going for with the Ylang Ylang essence today in the sacral. The sacral is all about your creativity, creative expression, your pleasure, the things you enjoy that are fun, your joy and excitement in life, just having a good time. And then also, being in the area of the sexual organs and governing that area, it is about sexuality and sensuality, finding balance there. If it's overactive, you might be going too hard on all the pleasure and joy. If it's underactive, you're not doing enough. And today we just want to balance that for whatever's going on with you, so that you have just the right amount of those things in your life. Just kind of pushing that own essence, the Gorse, into the sacral. You'll notice I sometimes give slightly different pronunciations of these symbols. That is because I am still trying to figure out how to pronounce all these symbols in the Ailm. Different books and different sites and different resources all give slightly different pronunciations, so sometimes I say all of the different ones that I've heard and read. Okay. Then moving up to the solar plexus, where we've got the grapefruit oil, we're going to be using the Fearn Ogham symbol, which symbolizes the alder tree. And this Celtic Ogham, among other things, does include the ideas of lifting the spirit, building confidence and courage and optimism. And those are the ideas that we're working with today. Fearn. Lifting the spirit, building confidence and courage and optimism. If the solar plexus is overactive, maybe you're being a little too confident, a little too bold. Maybe you are being a little too optimistic. I think most people maybe aren't doing those things. Probably most people are underactive, but occasionally we do need to slow our roll and knock ourselves down a peg or two. And with this Fearn, we're going to balance that. Additionally, if it's underactive, which I suspect most of us are, then we want to build that confidence, build that self-esteem, build that courage, support more optimism, and really help lift the spirit. But regardless, we want a balance. We want these chakras to be open and balanced so that they can all flow within alignment with each other. We're going to get this lower section kind of flowing and aligned here, because if you've got one blocked, it blocks the connection between all of them. There's a block here, you're not getting that alignment all the way up. There's a block here, you're not getting that alignment from top to bottom. We want that alignment and flow so that we can stay balanced and so that we can be our best selves. Then moving up to the heart, I will be using the Quert ogham, which is the apple tree, which is representative of unconditional love, compassion, and emotional healing. And that's going to support the rose essential oil that we used on the heart today, helping to balance out the heart. Open it to unconditional love, open it to compassion for ourselves and for others. Open to emotional healing, letting go of grief and sorrow that isn't serving us. And I am not saying that this means we should not ever experience grief and sorrow. Those are valid emotions. They belong for a reason, but it's just about moving through them in ways that are healthy and restorative and actually useful to us. So whether we are overactive in the heart or underactive, we're going to open and balance that essence. Just pushing that energy in through the clear quartz, moving through the apple stick into the heart chakra, Quert. For that compassion, emotional healing, unconditional love, which the world could always use more of. And then moving along to the throat, using the hazel tree, which the ogham is called Coll. Coll. It's for the hazel tree to support this peppermint essence, which is promoting clear thoughts, confident speech, self-expression. In the throat, we want to help balance this communication. Are we talking more than we're listening? Are we not saying the things we need to say? Are we not communicating our truth and boundaries in a healthy way, whether that be keeping them to ourselves or overstepping by being too aggressive? We want to balance that regardless. We want to open this up, unblock it, create that beautiful flow and alignment up the chakra line, and just giving that cool energy to help. This is also going to help clear your thoughts, just to be able to speak confidently, kindly, truthfully, with that peppermint essence helping us to do those things, helping to clear the thoughts so that we can speak clearly and confidently, express ourselves clearly and confidently. Okay. Then moving up to the third eye with the Alm ogham, which is the pine or fir tree. For the third eye, this Celtic energetic healing essence is going to help with the mental clarity, intuition, spiritual awareness that our third eye is responsible for. It's going to support the Clary Sage essential oil that we put here in doing this job, really opening this third eye up, unblocking, balancing. If you're overactive, maybe you're getting too many spiritual downloads, your intuition is on overdrive and you're not maybe looking at facts and logic enough, or everything just feels like hyper extra, as opposed to if it's blocked and underactive, perhaps you're foggy and you're not able to use your intuition, you don't have mental clarity, you're not able to get in touch with that spiritual awareness, and we want to open that up to be able to do those things in the third eye area. Just going to apply, now you can't see it on camera, but we're placing the clear quartz pointing towards the alm stick and pushing that energy into the third eye, into that purple stone that we placed there that has the Clary Sage on it for all. And then moving up into the crown, be using the Ebadh Celtic ogham, which is the white poplar tree, placing that next to the clear stone that is on the crown, and putting that essence into the crown to support the Rosemary in its journey to help with openness to new experiences in the crown, keeping it open for spiritual downloads and to connect with your guides and your angels and your ancestors, and to be open-minded to see things from a new, clear perspective, from a higher perspective, to not be closed off to new experiences. Whether this is overactive and you're taking in way too much information and thoughts from other people that don't belong to you and you need to clear some of it out, or whether it's underactive and you've been very closed off to any new experiences or ideas, we're going to unblock and balance and open with the Ebadh to help promote a healthy balance of being open to new thoughts, ideas, experiences, spiritual downloads, communications from the guides. Ebadh. We're going to use that clear quartz on there and planting the symbol with the clear quartz. Ebadh. And placing the clear quartz next to the stick and pushing that energy into the crown. Doing one last once over between all the chakra stones and sticks and essential oils to really promote that flow and balance and alignment up and down the chakra line, so that they're all communicating with each other and that the network is fully functioning, so that you can have a holistic sense of balance throughout. And then last but not least, we're just going to go ahead and seal all that in, protect it with this tourmaline wand. Very, very highly protective stone. And not only are we sealing up and closing off what we just took out of you that didn't belong to kind of help keep that energy from getting back in, but we're also sealing up all the good energy that we just gave you. I'm using the strafe ogham symbol. It's a highly protective symbol. If you think about, it's a thorn. If you think about the movie Sleeping Beauty and that really big thorny vine protective barrier that built up around the castle, that's what this is. So we're just doing a really strong protection to seal all this good energy in. This doesn't mean that I don't want you to share this good energy with people and keep it all to yourself. Not at all. The opposite, in fact. I would love it if this good energy just shined and radiated from you, positively impacting the people that you came into contact with. But the point is that you're not losing it for yourself by being too overgiving to others, or by being too porous or being drained. And that you're not being too porous to seep and soak in all the negativity that we've just gotten rid of. So finding that healthy protective balance of keeping it for yourself and shining and radiating it to others. And we're just going to go down the back line with this as well, under the table, and back around the head and over the top. Get you all ready for the world. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this session. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm still a very small-time creator trying to grow my channel, and I very much appreciate all the support that I've received and continue to receive. Thank you all so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.